Growing up, I never ever said I want to be a drug addict. You know, so the stories you want to be a princess, but just because of the trauma in my life and the way my life turned out, I ended up in the homeless, in addiction and criminal justice. And in 2015, Tomorrow's Women Glasgow came into my life.
Tomorrow's Women Glasgow is a trauma-informed service. We can work with women as long as it takes, and it can take quite a while initially to break down barriers with women.
Barriers can be seen as all different things. I think you know, in this day and age, a lot of the women that we're working with have had a lot of experience working with criminal justice, and it's not been a positive experience, so automatically barriers are up.
They would come to the door and I would shout, "I'm not in," and they'd be like, "We know you're in, you're answering," and they persisted with me.
Generally women will present, and because of the kind of trust issues and the barriers, we'll find that women will tell us about one or two things that might be going wrong. However, very quickly when we start building up relationships with women and they can start establishing trust and feeling that they can open up to us, we'll find that there's loads of other things going on for them.
At Tomorrow's Women, I'd get involved with the citizen sphere, I'd get involved with doing art, and while all this stuff's kind of going on, you've got trauma counselling. Through doing that, I started getting that bit of hope. That maybe I can do this, maybe I can get better, maybe I'm not a lost cause.
A lot of what I would say is needed is kind of, you know, an understanding of women's backgrounds. As I said, I've kind of had, you know, 28 years of working in social housing, working in deprived areas, and I kind of thought I knew what I was coming to working here, but actually what I would say is that the depths of, you know, kind of trauma and just the depths of problems that the women, you know, have experienced in their life are a whole different level.
When women come in and they have their needs met in a one-stop shop, which is what we are, generally speaking, their offending behaviour reduces, and it's because they're having their needs met.
I ended up graduating. It was one of the biggest achievements that I'd had. I'd never achieved anything like that at Tomorrow's Women. And after my graduation ceremony, they'd asked me back to be a volunteer. It felt alien to me. I remember going to the staff room door as a volunteer and knocking the door, and them saying to me, "Lorraine, you remember the staff, you just walk in?" I felt part of something for the first time in my life, you know, because I didn't fit into society. I was told I was a nuisance to society, and that wasn't the case. I started believing that anything was possible. There was this plant that's got little tags on it, and when I went to Tomorrow's Women in 2015, I remember writing on it, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger." For me, the day I get back to Tomorrow's Women and I pick that wee star up and I look at it and I'm like, "God, girl, you achieved it." Just want to say a big thank you to Anne Gallagher, Jim McBride, Tom Jackson for taking a chance in me and believing in me.